California has made protecting illegal immigrants and legalizing pot its priorities, not necessarily in line with most of America. So is it time for the Golden State to secede, become their own country? The man who says yes is trying to put the Calexit movement on the ballot for voters, and he's trying to do it right away. He's joins us right now. His name is Marcus Ruiz Evans, and he's the president and co-founder of Yes California. Marcus, why do you want to leave us?
We lose money, and our cultures are not intact. I mean, look at the war, as the California governor calls it, that the federal government has launched on California. Never had a California governor talk like that. And now you have 30 lawsuits from the California government against the federal government. Anything that Trump does, California tries to block. Now, I support that, but I also agree with what Jeff Sessions is saying. This is unsustainable. You know, you cannot have a government work this way. On top of that, California is a donor state. We have to raise taxes on ourselves to subsidize 25 to 35 American states who are already doing better than us.
Right. Now, a couple of things. As you know, there are multiple counties who are siding with the federal in California, including San Diego and parts of Orange County, who are siding with the U.S. government on the immigration policies, that you guys shouldn't be, in this case, a sanctuary state. So not everybody's speaking like Marcus.
Well, that's true. There are conservatives in California. I would point out that the overwhelming majority of Californians support the policies, and we're going to see that in the elections coming up. I know there's a lot of talk about people in California are going to revolt and they're going to push back against this. It isn't going to happen. Let me peer into the future for you and say that our policies are going to stay the way that they are. Nobody's going to be rebuked, and we're going to continue on the path that we're already on through the elections, and we'll be able to see who's right when that happens.
You know, it's interesting. It's interesting, Marcus. I look at these, the refugees, the would-be immigrants that are sitting on the fence in San Diego, kind of making a mockery of our barrier, and I think something's got to change. You want all those people to come in. Open the border, let them all come in. Count them all as equal, right?
No, we never said that. We never said that. Never said that at all.
So that's the main thing. They want to bolster the immigration laws. They want to build up that border, reinforce the wall.
I think that the Calexit opinion is that America's had 30 years to deal with immigration policy, and it never did it. So I see a lot of talk, but it's kind of like it's a little bit too little, too late. People who are undocumented, 40% of them are visa overstays. That's from the federal government not doing their job.
Right.
The border protection is not being there doing their job.
All right, so we differ on that. Real quick, we're up against it. I want to find out, what do you plan on doing? Why do you think you're better off in your own country? Who's going to protect your shores when you have fires ravaging the entire state? What are you going to do when the federal government is not going to be there to protect you and help put that out?
Certainly. Well, I always encourage people to look at natural emergencies and see how much federal assistance we got. I recall Governor Schwarzenegger being upset with President Bush because we couldn't get enough fire support. Additionally, the federal budget for fire suppression support has been cut while the amount of fires in California have gone up. So if we look at fires and natural disasters, I encourage everybody to look at this. We are not getting what we deserve. We are not getting what we pay for.
Right.
We're a donor state. We lose $30 billion to $100 billion each year, and we have to beg for fire support. I think Donald Trump recently gave us around $200 billion in federal assistance to deal with the fires. We lost $32 billion. We have to beg for $200 million when you took $32 billion.
You also have to import your own water.
Deal.
Marcus Ruiz Evans.
Deal.
He says California pays out $100 billion more than it takes in, and he wants to form his own country. It's called Calexit. Marcus, I would miss you, so I hope you're not successful. Talk to you soon.